Yeah, treat me like a donkey.
Welcome to Something Feral, the podcast where three friends watch, eat, and talk trash. We're your hosts. I'm Kate.
I'm Brianna.
And I'm Blaze, and I've been slandered.
Slandered, Blaze.
Slander Blaze.
I know we have top of the order, so we will get there. But yeah, I can't wait to share.
I'm really eager to hear this.
What segment would this fall into for us?
I don't know. I know nothing.
I think it was pretty feral of these people that slandered me.
Bad feral?
Yes.
Okay.
Bad feral.
Bad feral.
It's lies.
Bad feral.
That's right. That's so loud.
It is so loud. But you know what? It's a vibe.
The judge is here.
It works.
Court is in session. Shame court.
Shame court.
Shame court.
We're on to something there.
I
Did
like
I just
that.
have an idea?
That'll go into our Something Feral the musical
Oh, God.
Yes.
that we discussed a few episodes ago.
I can't wait. The reality show / musical.
Oh, my God. Top of the order.
Top of the order. I had a quick conversation with June before coming here, and I've been trying to get a hold of her for days, and she is busy. She's thriving in retirement. She's up north with my aunts. Like, love that for her. She calls me as I'm walking out the door, and I was like, funny you should call, because I have a question for you. Would you mind answering something for me on the pod? And she agreed. So I'm going to call her, and we can ask her about
The story you
pussy.
told last week.
Yeah.
The question is, does June know? And did June send her 10-year-old daughter into a classroom to say "Sir Pussy" to the class?
More than
Knowingly.
once.
More than once.
Let's find out.
Hello?
Hello, Mom. You are on the pod. We are referring to you as June because, of course.
Hi, June.
Welcome.
Hello, Team Feral or Feral friends or whoever.
Mom, your phone is. Did you not get your phone fixed? It's doing that stupid robot thing again.
Oh, no. Can I call you guys or you want to call me back?
Yeah, please call us back. This is so fun.
Scary.
I can't hear you, but please call us back.
Bye.
Oh.
What on earth?
I don't know. Her phone's been doing that once in a while. This phone did that for a while too. Isn't that insane?
Wow, she really doesn't want people to recognize her voice.
Hold on, let's
you
see.
gotta
Hold on.
answer,
She would never be able to figure out that technology. Let's be serious. Okay, June, can you hear us now? Can we hear you?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Totally normal. It's totally fixed.
All right. Hi, Team Feral or Feral friends.
Hello.
Hi.
I kind of like that, don't you?
I love it. It's perfect. Very on brand.
How are you guys?
We're good. We're just recording, and I understand you saw our social media, and you know what word I read aloud to the fifth graders as a fifth grader myself. You caught that?
Yes.
Okay, my question for you, Mom. You remember proofreading my stories. If I was like really excited about a story, I would read it to you before I would read it to the class. No?
Correct. Yes.
So do you remember hearing this story at that time in our lives?
I kind of do, and I remember your excitement of your story, of you writing it and then sharing it. And then when you shared it with me, I wanted to share your excitement, but I kind of gasped at
Wait,
the word you chose.
wait, but Mom,
Oh my gosh.
I usually read these stories to you before I read them to the class. You know,
Right.
so you heard me read this story in all this excitement, and you didn't think maybe I should sit her down and have a tough conversation with her?
Well, it's kind of a fine line. Do you share the excitement of you writing the story and your character and the excitement that you wrote, or do you traumatize them and say, "Oh my gosh, you can't say that word," and then have to pull you aside and say, "Do you know what that means?" Because in fifth grade, I don't think you were ready.
Okay, Mom, but whether or not I was ready isn't really the point. A majority of the class was ready to...
At fifth grade, you think everyone was ready?
Mom, it was...
Not me. Not me.
Okay, Brianna was... We both know she was very sheltered. She's not a good litmus test for this. But the other kids in the class, like they had older siblings and stuff. Like we were just about to go to middle school where everyone just used the grossest language all the time. So I just want to make clear that you knew exactly what this word meant and you sent me into that lion's den of like 10-year-old boys.
Maybe I was trying to shelter you from, I don't know, but I think now you're making a bigger deal of that back then.
No, yeah, Mom, because I didn't learn what that word meant that day. The kids kind of like sneered at me, and then I found out like the teacher literally was like, all the boys in class were like, we like the name of the cat, ha. And my teacher was like, all right, enough with the name of the cat. What else did you like about the story, guys? Like, that's enough. So
The teachers had to know.
the teacher knew. The boys in the class certainly knew. And you just sent me right into that lion's den.
Well, are you forgiving me?
No.
Oh, yes. So, no, we're so happy you did this, June.
Yes.
Because otherwise we wouldn't have these great moments on our show. Sometimes you have to go through some embarrassing moments, Kate.
I'm not upset, to be clear. I'm honestly aghast that you were like, you know what? I did know. And I thought, nah, she'll figure it out. Like, I don't want to have that chat with her. She'll figure it out eventually.
I don't think it was, no, I didn't want to have that chat with you. I was just sharing the excitement of you writing this story. And I guess I truly thought it would not become what it has become.
An episode title?
And if I caused trauma in your 5th grade, 6th grade, life, I am sorry.
No, there is no trauma to be had. This is pure hilarity. Honestly, it's...
Yeah, I think it is kind of funny that now you look back at it and you think, oh, my mother let me say that word and let me go on in school?
with my whole chest in front of a whole classroom.
But you know what? You're standing tall now as a very strong woman, correct?
And that's the story that got
You know what,
there.
Mom? And that's why. And that's why.
That is why you can say the words you want to say and be strong.
Wow. This is the most curious that, Mom, you did not say a single thing that I thought you were going to say.
What did you think I'd say? That, I was horrified and I wanted you to say, kitty cat or whatever.
Mom, I thought you were just going to deny it and be like, I don't remember that at all. I never would have let you go to school using that word. And you said, you know what?
I knew.
I said, fuck
She's
it.
got to grow up sometime.
You know what? She'll learn eventually. Great story, Kath. You go ahead.
You be strong, you be brave, you say the words that you want to say.
Say the words
Can't
you
fight
want.
'em.
You're a writer, Catherine. Be brave.
That's right. You're gonna be edited the rest of your life. So just say what you want and write what you want.
Girl
Wow.
power.
What a liberated perspective, Mom. That is not what I thought you were going to say.
Look at how strong and outspoken you are.
you wrote about
it
pussy.
could have been from the 5th grade paper that you wrote.
Thank you, Mom. Yeah, it could have been. And, I also need the audience to know we were not allowed to say the word pee growing up. We were... Listen,
Yes.
she still hates it. We were not...
Still hate it.
We were not allowed to say, any words. Like, dang it was even like, ugh. There were rules about language in the house, but she read that paper and she said, not today, there's not.
Not my problem.
That's her teacher's issue.
Yeah, she said, let someone else handle this.
That's right. Maybe I didn't want to go down that road. Maybe I wasn't a strong parent. I thought, ooh, I don't want to tackle that subject right now.
I think you had a clean shot and you took it.
Well, I think whatever I did was okay because you're okay.
Thank you, Mom. Yes, I did survive.
You're a survivor.
You did.
And you know what? This has not even come up in therapy once.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, so thank you.
Other issues I'm sure have, but apparently this word has not.
No, foul language has never been my problem.
So, yes, I know.
Wow. Well, thank you. This has been such a delight. Thank you for calling in, Mom. You've surprised me every step of the way.
You know what? I'm behind you 100%.
Even if it doesn't seem like it. She's got her own plan.
There you go. There you go. And I love the feral friends. So thank you. Continue to do what you're doing. You're doing it well.
Thank you
Thank
so
you,
much.
June.
Thanks, June. Love you.
Love you.
Love you all too.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
We got our answer.
Oh.
She knew. She let you
She
go.
knew. She knew.
She did. She said, "That's not my problem.
That's not
today."
my problem.
She said, Catherine, I was encouraging you to take a liberated approach to your writing.
Be strong. You're a strong woman because of this.
You're a strong woman because of that. No, you guys, I never could have guessed this is what she would have
No,
said.
I'm shocked.
Incredible.
Me too.
These are the things you learn about your parents when you become an adult that you were just like, wait, what? You know?
100%.
So on that topic, Gillian has begun to say, God damn it, quite a bit.
You can't be doing that. It's
No.
so trashy.
It's really, yeah, it's not great.
Among other things, like blasphemous, but like trashy.
Well, on that topic of blasphemy,
Yeah, you're going to send him down to Indiana with talking like that?
no. So we've been trying to teach him like, gosh dang it. But I was like, right, I know, it's not great.
Gosh darn it.
Gosh darn it, gosh dang it.
Conflab it.
Yeah. Dag nabbit, right? Anything but God damn it. But I said to Dale, I was like, well, what if I mean, I don't know. Like, I'm fine with him saying, God dang it. And Dale was like, ooh.
What the hell's the difference?
I was like, what do you mean? He's like, I don't know if I can let that one slide. And I'm like, what do you mean? And it's that like,
It's the Catholic.
it's the Catholic
Yeah.
in him. He just like can't let that one go. It's like you and Satan.
Oh, yeah, I get it. No, trust me, I get it. Like, that is deep in my DNA. But I would actually encourage you to approach it this way because, like, as, you know, not a house of God. No, I think kids understand that might like hurt other kids' feelings or might hurt people's feelings because of what they believe. So like, not to give you parenting advice, but just like that's how I would approach it. If like, because how do you tackle a conversation like God? You know what I mean?
Well, on that note as well, we were walking the other day and he asked me, he goes, what did he ask me? He said something about God. And I was like, oh no, like, are we going to have to do this?
It's beginning.
Well, because our neighbor across the street, he goes to like a private Catholic school. They're really good friends. And, you know, little kids talk about this stuff. And I was like, oh no, I'm not equipped for this. Like, go talk to your dad.
It's giving June. Like, go over there.
Yeah,
Somebody else
should
teach you.
deal with this. But he was talking about dogs,
wait.
not
So-
God.
Instead of, so you sent him to the parent riddled with Catholic guilt to tackle it alone.
No, there was nothing to tackle. He was saying dog, not God.
Oh, okay.
So we were good. But if it does happen, yeah, I'm obviously sending.
You're like, obviously, go over there.
Yeah, because I'm just
got
gonna
time for
be.
this.
I'm not the person to have like a. I would have a very frank conversation. I have like, and
Yeah.
I tell Gillian, I was like, it's not a bad word. When he says like a bad word, I say it's a grown-up word.
Like when I called him a butthole by accident.
You did call my child a butthole.
That has to be a feral behavior.
It's not that long. It was an accident.
Yeah, no, go ahead, share it right now.
Blaze said a bad word. Okay, it's not a long story.
Blaze called my 6-year-old son a butthole
Well,
with her full chest to his
In
face.
full force. She meant what she
Yes,
said.
she
well, we were taking photos, and he took the phone, and Dale said he was like deleting the photos, and I said, "Don't be a butthole. Don't do that." And I was like, "Oh no, he's a child."
And she said it too.
Like you were saying it to me.
You were like, don't be a butthole. I was like,
Yeah, kind of. I was like,
so
"Oh,
funny.
I totally forgot he was a child," and I'm like, "Oh no."
To be fair, he
thought it was funny.
he's the only little kid around when we all hang out.
Yeah.
And so he's kind of just like one of the crew.
he's just like a mini adult.
Just like a little
That's
adult.
like what I would say to my brother if he was doing that. Like,
Right,
don't be
yeah.
a butthole, because that's like what we said to each other.
I mean, if there was another little boy there, he probably would have said the same thing. Might have called him Sir Pussy.
Yeah, that's true.
You don't
you
know.
call me a butthole? I was like, Auntie Blaze is being silly. She didn't mean it.
He has not picked that up if it makes you feel any better.
That's good. I'm glad he forgot.
Yeah.
Just goddamn it.
Just goddamn it. Yeah. But that's the worst word he says, which I feel like out of the words that come out of my mouth in front of him,
It depends on the circles you're in. It depends on where you are.
that's true.
Geography is key. Time of year is key.
Well, on the time of year, I have a feral behavior. So we recently celebrated 4th of July. We were all together. And I was reminded of not my feral behavior, but a feral behavior I saw on the 4th of July several years ago. And this story, I don't think you guys have heard this one before.
Exclusives. Lots of exclusives
I
today.
know.
Exclusives today. And I'm really jazzed to get your input on what you think the scenario was. Because to this day, we still don't know. So this was several years ago. Dale and I were living in Chicago, and some friends had invited us for 4th of July festivities. And the festivity was we were going to kayak down the Chicago River to Navy Pier and watch the fireworks off Navy Pier in the kayaks.
In the poop river? Oh no.
Well, actually, it's quite a lovely scene because like you're right under the fireworks at Navy Pier.
No, it's pretty. We were
As
just
long as you
there.
don't submerge yourself.
Yeah,
Don't
and
get
nobody
a
was
little
like
splash.
No one's in the water.
It splashes.
Yeah,
Don't want to be.
The poop
Well,
splash. Ooh, yum.
when we booked it, we were told it was a 3-mile kayak ride. And for those of you that know me, I'm not a athletic person. And
I'm surprised you agreed to that.
I never said I wasn't going to complain while I'm doing it.
But you had fun.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Got it. Just clarify.
I'm just going to be a bitch about it.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Officer Biatch.
Yeah, Officer
has arrived.
Biatch. Come on, guys. So when we booked it, there was an option to do individual kayaks or a tandem kayak. And Dale refused to be in a tandem kayak with me. Which,
Why?
well, because he said he was going to have to do all the work, which probably would have been true. But I was a little annoyed.
I would never want to do a tandem kayak, honestly, with like anybody. I don't trust anybody else. I mean, unless you're in a canoe or whatever. But like, that's the beauty of a kayak. You don't have to rely on anybody else who's not pulling their weight or like can't steer.
Husband!
People who can't steer.
That man should have gotten in a double can. I still to this day am mad about this. So we get to the kayak place and come to find out it's actually 3 miles to Navy Pier and 3 miles back.
Oh, you must have been so mad.
Damn.
Well, and the thing about the Chicago River, for those of you guys that don't know, the Chicago River flows the opposite of most rivers. So it flows towards the lake, not inland.
They changed
it
on purpose.
Yeah. So the ride to the fireworks was with the current.
Oh,
The
way
ride
back.
home was not. And it's pitch black, right? Because you're fireworks. It was the most miserable 3 hours of my life. Anywho, I finished, though. I did it all by myself.
Good job.
Thank you. One of the funnier moments was also, I didn't know this about kayaks. I picked a little one because I was like, okay, I don't want to have to like kayak with a big kayak.
Yeah.
I found this out when I got out of my kayak after the 6-mile kayak
Yeah,
ride.
you want a big boy.
The longer
What?
the kayak, the easier it is.
Yeah, they just glide.
They
'Cause
glide through. So like the little kayaks
Oh.
are like a lot fucking harder to kayak in.
I didn't know that.
Yup. Well, now you know. So nobody bothered to tell me, hey, maybe you should get a longer kayak.
They just thought you were a fit gal ready to
Long
go.
story short, it was a really difficult, like 6 hours.
I'm surprised you didn't just like lay down and hold on to Dale's kayak and like figure
you know
out a way
what?
to do that.
I was so
You're crafty.
enraged and like so mad at Dale for not sharing a kayak with me that I was
you.
like, I am fucking finishing this. Because they were towing people and I was like, no.
Yeah.
It's a long river. I was just on it for my mom's birthday.
It was
We were
a
on the pontoon.
long time. And now, mind you, I have a bad like hip and back, and I had to be lifted out of the kayak because I could not straighten my body.
Oof.
Because you're sitting in the kayak this
You're
whole
just
time.
like crunch.
So that's not the feral behavior, but that's some context to the day.
Oh, that's the beginning of the
That's
story?
the beginning of the story.
Oh my.
Yeah, that's not that feral. That's just me being a bitch.
No,
and
that's just
Dale being lazy.
par for the course. Yeah.
So we get to we're having a nice time getting there. It's a group, you know. We get to the pier. It's dark. Fireworks are starting, and there are a lot of kayaks in front of us. And I actually have a photo of this. And in front of us, so for the people that are watching, there are 2 particular kayaks that we're going to talk about. One of them was a single kayak with a woman in the single kayak. And then next to it was a double kayak with a man in the back and a woman in the front. During the fireworks, now mind you, we're on the river, it's pitch black. The single kayak rider and the male kayak rider, who was in the back of the multi-kayak, were making out and kissing
Oh.
and holding hands and like canoodling. So like their kayaks were like up against one another. What's feral about this is we could not for the life of us figure out what the relationship was between the 3 people. So woman in the front,
I have a theory.
man in the back.
Did she ever
woman in
turn
the
back and see what was happening?
Not once.
Oh, so she may not have known it was happening.
Well, there were some options, right? We're like, okay, maybe it's a sister. And I'm like, that's weird. Why would you share a kayak with your sister? All the same age, by the way. There was no like,
They could be twins, you know, they're kind of weird, those twins.
so there's no like, I'm like, we could not figure out what this like woman's relationship was with this seemingly couple
Okay, I have a
making out behind them.
no. You know what? As someone who has been the third wheel many, many times, I don't know exactly this scenario, but I have a theory.
Please.
Okay, so like picture like you and Dale. Like I would not go somewhere with you and Dale as a couple because I was single, right? Like I hung out with you
Right.
guys all the time.
Yeah, you lived at our house.
Pretty much. I also wasn't single at that time technically, but the point stands.
Might as well have been.
To many. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. But okay, so the person in the back of the kayak is like doing the steering, right? So that guy's doing the heavy lifting. And I could imagine maybe his girlfriend like really wanted to work out because like I could see a world where like if you were really athletic and you and Dale were dating and Dale was like, we were trying to figure out the kayak situation. And you were like, but I really want to get a good workout in. Obviously, this wouldn't happen, but like pretend, you know?
Yeah.
I could suggest, like, you know what, like, Dale, why don't you why don't we take a kayak? You can go in the back and steer. I'll chill in the front, and then you guys can kind of like sit next to each other for the fireworks. Like that's something I would be okay with suggesting. Like
I feel
in
like,
this scenario,
yeah, but like you, me, and Dale, maybe.
you, me, and Dale, and like I
But
would be
that's
the
a
one
unique
wanting
situation.
a workout. Yeah, and like I would be the one wanting a workout. So like that wouldn't work technically for the three of us. But like that sort of dynamic where it's like really good friends and like you just don't care because you're friends with both of them, right? Like I think it has to be like that type of situation.
And as far as we know, I did not see any interaction between these two kayaks at any point on the way there.
Oh, that's weird.
Right. They're like we were
They
in
weren't
a-
like all hanging out.
No. Now we were four people, so we were all kind of like, you stay close to one another,
Totally.
right? Like
Yeah,
that's
it's
the
a scary
fun.
river.
They were not together on the way to the fireworks.
Maybe they pretended not to know each other and they were like met up there to like secretly rendezvous at the fireworks in front of the wife or
But that
girlfriend.
is
That's diabolical.
And like so hard to get away with. Like you feel that kayak moving, the first thing you do is
Unless they've done that before.
Maybe they're into it. I don't know.
yeah, maybe it's a throuple.
Yeah.
I mean a throuple makes sense.
Well, obviously a throuple makes sense, but like statistically, that's more unlikely.
It's a slutty city.
Yeah, that's true. Chicago is one of the slutty cities.
If that was the case, like they were like secretly meeting up, that seems like a lot of work to do.
I will say
Yeah, you would meet at the fireworks on land.
You not have to go 6 miles.
Right, unless you're a freak.
all I can tell you is that evening, the four of us sat behind them. We weren't watching the fireworks.
Right.
We were watching whatever was happening in front of us. So listeners, I will post the photo because it's the back of their head, so it's completely anonymous. And you'll have to help us decide what was
Yeah.
the dynamic between this throuple.
But didn't interact on the way there. That's
Correct.
what's tripping me up.
Yeah.
Like maybe they're just playing some sort of
We
little
just
game.
Couldn't understand it.
Maybe some sort of like sexy. I mean, it's not sexy to me, but like to others, to each their own. I'm not yucking anyone's yum, but like maybe you have this whole thing like, oh, we like met at the fireworks. Maybe they're trying to like spice things up.
But then why not
Like,
ride
oh,
an individual kayak?
Hello, because that I don't know.
Again, kissing on kayaks, whatever. But having another
Challenging.
person in the kayak with you that's not the person you're like with is weird.
That is very weird.
I'm sorry, but like even in the scenario like Dale and I wouldn't be like doing stuff behind you.
No, and like yeah, like that's odd. And I could understand like a quick like kiss or like holding hands.
No, we were like, are they gonna like? Is she gonna
someone climbing over?
We thought she was like. There were multiple times where she was
Rocking the boat.
rocking the boat. Literally, we were like, how are they not?
Like it was too
Tipping.
much.
It was too much.
Well, it's either a throuple, which would be the least weird, or
But I feel like if it was a throuple, the woman would turn around. She didn't turn around once. Not once did that woman turn around.
maybe that's their kink. I don't know.
Yeah. Wait, what was your second point, Blaze?
Or it's like a weakling sister that like wanted to come along, but like didn't want to look also because like it's her brother. I don't know.
Oh, like she insisted on coming.
Yeah, like she's a freak. And like I want to come too, but like has weak
Little
arms.
sister, big brother vibes.
Yeah,
Oh, you know what?
that might be the least weird.
It is the most weird, but they
Most
don't think
common.
it's weird. Yes.
Right? Yeah.
Oh, unfortunately, you may have solved this.
Listeners, let us know your thoughts.
Am I right?
I hope
Is
not.
Blaze on point with this one?
Want to be right?
We might have. I think the photos are live photos, so we'll see what we have.
Find out. We know siblings who would do that shit.
Multiple,
100%.
Yeah, more
which
than
is
a few.
unfortunate.
A little sister that insisted on coming with her big brother and girlfriend. Like
I'm gonna ride in your kayak.
I know a couple.
Yeah, I can think of a few.
that might be it.
That unfortunately
Crack the code.
unfortunately makes sense. I hate it.
You know, it was the only shining light for me in that entire experience.
I
They're
bet.
like beautiful fireworks. You're right underneath them. You're just like,
What's this drama?
look at these freaks.
Yes.
Well, I'm happy you got a sliver of joy.
Thank you.
Me too.
Speaking of freaks, Blaze, you want to talk about your
My slander.
your slander?
A bad feral behavior.
So I was recently slandered at a 4th of July party at my parents' home. They have one every year. And there's fireworks. It's super fun. They invite a lot of people. And a lot of the people I don't know. And the fireworks are about to start. My mom pulls me into the bedroom and she's like giggling. I'm like, what? Like literally what could be so funny right now? And she's like, I don't think this is true, but I was just told by like some random teenagers that like you and Jeff were like canoodling in the bedroom upstairs last year at the party. Like they thought we were like hooking up in the bedroom because we like went in there together when we were staying there overnight and had our like shit in there and went to like change.
So someone last year accused you and your husband of just getting it on in the middle of this party.
Yes.
During the day. Or
Yes.
evening, early evening.
Dusk. Yeah.
Dusk, twilight.
And a year later is when you found out about it.
They held on to this and they went up to my mom. Granted, these teens didn't know that she was my mom. That's how much we don't know these people. And they were like tapping on her, like, that's the girl, the one that from last year that I told you.
So they said, hey, last year that's
the girl from last year that was hooking up with that guy in your bedroom upstairs. As if he was some random man and I was a random person.
Who are these narc ass teenagers?
Also, I'm
too?
sorry, you look just like your mother.
What the hell? Like, they had no idea. I'm like,
There's
that's how stupid they
photos
are.
of you in that house.
Literally, why else would I be in the they just thought like I was a random girl at the party that just like hooked up with some guy in a bedroom. That was the slander.
And held on to it to rat you out to an adult they don't know, or they know her, but
And they knew her because it was her home, but they didn't know I was her daughter.
I'm mad at those teens. That is some like narc ass shit.
You know what? This is the youth.
It's slander. It's
Yeah.
not true.
Slander.
You know what? It's because
narcs.
they're not fucking.
You know what?
Yeah, they
get
wish.
off your phones, go pick up some social skills, and stop being little fucking narcs.
You know why these teens were in the house? Because they weren't outside touching grass. They were inside upstairs watching TV during a
Classic.
party.
On a 4th of July party?
Yes.
Nice weather both years, by the way.
My husband and I went into that bedroom because we had just gotten on.
'Cause you were
we were
staying
changing.
there.
We were outside and we were changing our clothes for the night.
Also, I'm sorry, but to be honest, like, if you guys were fucking, you guys were fucking.
Also that.
None of their business.
Yeah.
None of their business. And I would have admitted, I've been like, yeah, mom, like, oh, that's awkward that they caught me. But,
Sorry,
like,
Mom. Like, we just, couldn't.
You're like, Mom, don't you think it's weird those teens followed me in and watched me fuck?
Right.
But no, it's not true. It didn't happen. You know what? I'm still pissed because it's a lie. Nobody likes when a lie is made up. And like they're telling people. That's the annoying part.
And you're a teen. Like, I can understand like a bored boomer with no life making something
Right.
up like this. Like, you know the type,
Yes.
But like, why would some youth, like, don't you have anything better to do?
No,
No.
they don't.
They don't touch grass. They were inside watching a movie at a 4th of July party. That's all you need to know.
And you know what? I just want to point out your parents also put out plenty of things to do on the 4th of
Oh,
July.
so many things.
So many different things to do. Like this year they had like a giant basketball, like beer pong. They have golf. I mean, it is not some like boring, small, like old people party.
No.
Well, and like my whole thing too, it's like if you want to just get away from like a party and like, sit down and like watch TV for a second, like, whatever, like that's fine. People do that.
Fair.
But then to come back and be a little narc, like, what is wrong with you? Who
Yeah.
does that? That's so weird. And not
No
even
critical
narc, 'cause
thinking at all.
It didn't even happen. So like you saw two people go in a room and you're like, oh, I'm actually fucking. Like,
Yeah,
what is
That's what people do behind closed doors 100% of the time? That's
like,
all?
Well, I also wonder how long were you guys in there?
I don't know, probably 5 minutes to get like a sweater and like our phones were charging maybe. Like literally that was all. And I like maybe went in there to get more drinks out of my bag because we were staying the night that year. And so like we had like suitcases in there. So like we were in there for a minute, of course, because we were changing our clothes. Because there was a house party. Where else would we do that? Besides the room we were staying in. Insane.
Oh my gosh.
And like it's silly because it's not true, but like as I thought about it more, it's not that funny because like what other adults did they tell? Like now what adults that don't know me, because there's a lot of people at the party that don't know me. Obviously these teens had no clue that person was my mother.
Right.
And like it's the like poking or being, that's the girl. And I'm like,
Yeah.
What, my daughter? Like, huh?
You should not feel weird. They should feel weird.
Yeah.
They should feel
I
weird. That is,
also-
could you ever imagine as
No.
a teen going up to an adult who you kind of know,
To narc on other adults.
another adult
Right.
that you don't know is their kid, to be like, to tattle on another adult because you had a theory about and something that wasn't true. So it's not even like they truly saw this.
No, if they saw it, I would have been like, yeah, shit.
You got
Oopsie.
me. You know how I
Yikes.
get on the 4th of July.
Those fireworks just really rev my engine.
Sparks are flying and not just in the sky, if you
That's
know what I
right.
mean.
If you see somebody having sex in your house or somebody else's house, be a Sandy.
Shut up about it.
Be a Sandy Cohen.
It's free to be quiet.
Yeah.
You know, if everybody's consenting, like, what's the problem?
The most annoying part is it wasn't true, and it was slander. Like, it was
Yeah.
a made-up lie.
You didn't
And I
even
was like,
actually get to get laid and
Right.
be shamed for it.
I'm just being shamed
Right.
for a lie, and that's
By
annoying.
children.
By kids. Ew.
Yeah, teens, barely teens. Yeah.
When we were teens, we were helping each other get behind closed doors, not tattling on the adults. You know what I mean? Like,
Exactly, and I whatever, they're children, and did I say anything? No, but I was like very annoyed for the
Yeah,
rest
you
of the
came
night.
back hot. Yeah.
I was like, I've just been slandered like 5 seconds ago. What the fuck?
You know what? This should be a tradition for you and Jeff now, though. Every year, you should go into that room and just make the most obnoxious noises.
Oh
Crazy
yeah, I'm gonna
sounds.
bang on the door, like start screaming. Yeah, you want to start rumors? I'll give you a
I'll
rumor.
give you something to talk about.
Like, yeah, like just like really inappropriate.
What were you gonna say?
Like, yeah, treat me like a donkey. Like, I don't
You were
know.
gonna say donkey
What
for
the
some reason.
fuck?
I don't know. Like, but that's what I mean. Like, just
Something outrageous.
something so outrageous so that when they tell
Animal
other people, like
noises.
adults that actually have sex, they're gonna be like, okay, I don't think that actually
And
happened.
then you can gaslight them if you
Yeah.
really want to play the long game. Be like, we never did that. You guys are little liars. It's weird that you follow us around.
Also, who yells that during sex? Like,
Yeah.
nobody.
Someday you'll learn.
You could be like, choo choo.
Yeah. if someday when you have sex, you'll understand.
You shame them for being virgins.
Maybe stay off your phone so much and go into the real world so you can experience that someday.
It's giving envy. And don't make up lies about people in their own home.
No.
Yeah, seriously.
That used to be my home. I lived there, and it felt very icky to me.
Don't be little weird lying narcs. Go outside.
Yeah.
So we're gonna jump in now on that lovely note of teens narking and not having sex. We're gonna go into the exact opposite of that,
Literally.
and we're gonna talk about the OC.
You know, and I'm not going to slander them. Maybe they are, and maybe it's on the mind. I don't fucking know, and I don't care.
No, it's the narking that's
It's
the
the
problem.
narking, and it's not even narking because it wasn't true. It's the lying.
Right? Yeah.
It's both.
It's both.
Yeah, you don't know. Like, that's the point, though. Like, you were staying there. Like, you lived there. If you were doing it upstairs, it's not their business.
There's pictures of me on the walls. Like,
Literally.
That's where there's no critical thinking. There's like no one put together that, oh, maybe someone is staying here.
You
Oh,
also
maybe they know
look
this woman.
like your parents.
we're like twins at
For
this point.
sure.
Like, it's clear. Well, maybe these ones weren't very smart, but you know, obviously.
they're
Clearly
shel-
not.
sheltered.
no critical thinking.
If you're listening, we don't care.
Nope.
All right, moving on to OC recap. So we are going to be talking about episodes 23 and 24 today. And the first episode, episode 23, is called The Nana. Sandy's overbearing mother, Sophie Cohen, arrives in Newport Beach to celebrate Passover. But she also brings not only her unattainable attitude, but some bad news. Meanwhile, Ryan searches for Marissa, who has gone missing after inadvertently learning about her mother and Luke. Inadvertently Luke walked into the room yelling, I'm not having sex with Julie Cooper anymore, so
Yeah.
Yeah, inadvertently is not right.
not the right word. Ryan finds her somewhere only he would know. No wonder where that is. Also, Summer tries to impress the Nana by knowing the traditions of Judaism. Well, Jimmy and Haley take a step forward with their newfound romance.
Boo.
So we're gonna, again, we have a new format for these to try and keep it a little tighter. So we're gonna review the episode in full, and then we will talk about our comments towards the end. Blaze has volunteered to do episodes 23.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, that wiki really covered it. This episode, not really much happens.
That's what
Like,
happens.
Truly, so Nana comes in, you know, Sandy's freaking out. He's like, oh my God, my mom. And everyone's freaking out because, you know, historically this woman is insane. And she comes in all nice and is like, oh, it's so beautiful here, blah, blah, blah. And they're like, literally, who is that? Like, huh? And she's out of character and everyone's confused. Marissa's missing and they're looking for her.
Missing's a strong word.
Yeah, like she ran away.
Ran away again.
Learning the news. And one of the funny parts was like in the beginning, Seth was supposed to be like manning the phone, and if she called, and he was like asleep. Of course, why would he care about anything but
Useless.
himself? Yeah, so we find out Marissa ran away to Teresa's in Chino. So you know,
Far away Chino.
only
20
Ryan
minutes.
could figure that out. And when he gets there, it's their engagement party, I believe. Mm-hmm. And you know, Eddie's there, and he's like, literally, why are you here? He's like, literally, I don't care about you. I'm trying to find Marissa. Like, literally, stop annoying
That
me.
is-
What else happens? Oh, Haley kisses Jimmy, and Jimmy's like, ew, we can't do this. And she's like, oh my God, like, I thought you cared about me. An irrelevant story. Nana comes out that she is sick.
Nana
with
comes out.
cancer.
That would have been cool. No.
Nana's like, I'm being nice and I'm here because I'm dying and I want to say goodbye. Because apparently she never is around and he only cares about work.
Yeah, because doesn't Sandy talk about running away?
Yeah.
He ran away at 16. She's
Right.
like, well, what did you care? You ran away at 16. He's like, I had to. La, 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 la.
Which is a new little kind of like insight into Sandy a bit.
Right.
Yeah, but he kind of says it's also because she was taking care of like everyone else in the neighborhood and not him.
Yeah.
Wild.
She's like a martyr, kind of like
Yeah.
Sandy is. Not a martyr. That's not the right word.
Like fixer. Like that's where
Yeah.
Sandy gets his like charitable
True.
Yeah.
energy from, right? Like he does all his pro bono because she's a lawyer too.
True. Yep. Ryan finally yells at Marissa while, at the engagement party because he's like, I'm not leaving without you. And he's like, you're being selfish. And he finally yells at her. And I'm like, yeah. He's like, this is literally not all about you all the time. And I'm like, oh, finally he says it.
Seriously, making
Finally.
scenes at someone else's engagement party too, like big time scenes. She
Yeah.
slaps Luke.
Who,
Sorry.
like, didn't she, like, hook up with Ryan, like, a couple days before this engagement party? Like, how long has it been?
Well, it can't have been long.
No.
Because they find out about. Remember, Luke and Julie are found out by Ryan and Seth.
The day after she left the motel.
Correct.
Right, and Marissa had just run away, so it had only been like a couple days, and now Teresa's like back engaged and having a party,
And they're
with
all
Eddie.
back at this house.
When like
Yeah.
the day before that, Eddie beat the shit out of Ryan, and Ryan also slept with Teresa at the motel. Did they
Right.
not? Or they
Yeah.
stayed the night? I guess was implied, but like, what the fuck?
It's a sloppy group.
It's
of
been
people.
days.
Yeah,
Literal days.
sloppy group of people.
It is.
That's Newport for you.
It's Newport teens.
And I think that kind of ends with like Luke shows up at the engagement party looking for Marissa. He wants to just like apologize and be like, I was in love with her, as if that's gonna make it better. And then she slaps Luke and be like, you piece of shit.
Across the face in front of everyone too.
Yeah.
She slaps him at someone's engagement party. I need to like reiterate that. Like again, I'm not defending anybody here, but like come on.
Do this somewhere else. Yeah.
So again, like she needs attention. She needs to run away. She needs Ryan to chase her. She needs to slap Luke in front of everybody. Like, oh gosh.
That's kind of it for this episode. Like, not a lot happens. It's just like Teresa the whole time was being weird at the party. She was like, I would have been pissed if he didn't come, but she like didn't invite him. So it's like, what is going on?
To the man that you slept with like 3 days ago.
Days before your engagement party.
And then left.
Who is here
Right.
to find his current girlfriend.
The other piece that was mentioned in the synopsis is Summer. The Summer and Seth storyline is that Summer is really trying hard to protect, or Jesus Christ, impress the Nana.
Nana.
Summer is way too good for Seth. Like they're doing a 180 because like she was so mean in the beginning, but like she's really trying her best.
You know what? The only thing I will say is like it's a little. It's
Tough.
a lot.
It's tough to watch.
It's tough to watch.
She's treating Judaism like it is something she has never heard of and no one else has ever heard of, and like no one in the history of the world has ever practiced this religion.
Well, she's also taking it to a level that's way above like what Seth even knows.
Yeah.
100%.
She says, I'm going to outdo you. I'm like, what?
Yikes. And like as someone
Again, as a reminder, the creator of the show, Josh Schwartz, is Jewish.
I feel like that's important to know.
It's important
Yeah.
to know because there's a lot of Jewish jokes in this one.
Yeah.
Were they at, it was Passover?
Passover, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
They were like going to have Seder. At
Well,
the night or
Passover
whatever.
is one of the like highest holy days or holy holidays, yeah.
Yeah.
Overall, that whole thing was just nutso. And again, all these people have cell phones.
True.
All these people have cell phones.
True.
And why did he think showing up would be a good idea? Like, you don't get to explain yourself. He's like, I just want to explain. He wanted to explain that he was in love with Julia, as if that would make it better. And I'm
Well,
like, that is not going to make it better.
And
sir.
Luke is the one that punched Eddie to get him off, or at least pulled him off Ryan at the party.
Right. Now, two people are at this party that have punched the groom.
Yeah, the groom to be.
It's just messy. It ain't right.
It ain't right indeed.
Oh, we did miss one quick thing. Julie is in this episode because Luke goes to apologize to Julie about Marissa running away.
Oh, whatever.
And she says she has no choice but to have Marissa committed to keep her
Oh,
safe.
yeah. Not good. Like, no.
Julie's only solution to parenting at this stage is just
Send Marissa
sending
away.
Marissa away.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, she sends her other daughter away.
But to boarding school, right?
Yeah, but like also not the best vibe.
No, it wasn't a good vibe, but like
Literally, what else are you doing? Like, parent your kids.
for real.
Like, well,
Yeah,
we
she
know
doesn't-
what she's doing.
She doesn't have a job either.
No.
Like at this point, she does some interior decorating occasionally.
There was a really gross element where, like, she's confiding in Luke about the situation, and she's like, Luke, like, she's a kid. Like, she can't handle this or something. I'm like, you're talking to a kid also,
fellow
the same
kid
age.
who you
Well,
are
maybe
abusing, who's the same age, but also 18.
Yeah, who knows?
Are we good?
One more thing, sorry. Oh yeah, Jimmy and Haley.
Oh, God.
So Jimmy and Haley.
Will they, won't they? I don't.
Yeah, the will they, won't they. And Jimmy's only holdup, which, you know what? I get it, but it's not because he's like, you're my ex-girlfriend's little sister. He's like, but Kirsten. So it's not about the context of like her being like a child when he was a grown-up.
Oh no, that doesn't matter.
Because we know that doesn't bother Jimmy.
And it doesn't bother Jimmy Cooper.
No, it's more about the fact that it's Kirsten's sister.
Literally, because he's still horny for Kirsten.
All right, let's move on to episode 24, The Proposal.
Ugh.
It sounds cooler than it was.
Yeah, it does. You get done with the Nana episode and you're like, oh, this one seems promising, a proposal, but you'd be wrong.
Nope.
Yeah. On the opening night of the lighthouse, Jimmy and Sandy discover that their liquor license has been denied. Sandy must then decide whether to drop Jimmy and get the license or keep Jimmy on as his partner. Meanwhile, Marissa struggles to come to terms with her mother's affair with Luke and refuses to speak to either of them. Things escalate when Caleb plans on proposing to Julie.
Saw that coming.
So which one of you guys is gonna...
I have a couple notes, but honestly, there's really not much because, again, that's really what happened.
Yeah,
Summer and Seth surprised Marissa by, like, painting her room.
they're trying to make her feel better.
It takes an eternity,
Yeah, they're painting at her dad's place because she's refusing to like do anything with her mom.
but also refusing to accept that she lives with her dad, which that place is cute. That
Right.
apartment is so
It's
cute.
so cute.
Summer was being a bitch. She was like, ew, your t-shirts are touching your sweaters. You got to do something in this room. And I'm like, literally shut up.
Yeah. Also, again, that apartment where they like allegedly live would be so insanely expensive. Like,
I think it's a condo.
or whatever. Yeah.
I mean, it's not like just, it's nice.
It's really
multiple
cute.
stories.
Yes, multiple stories, multiple rooms
In Newport.
near the
dream.
beach. Yeah, I'm interested.
I just like, that's really it.
Honestly, that's it. Like Julie.
Wait, no. Okay, so
We
they.
don't have to do all this.
I know, but
Please.
hold on. They're calling it the Core Four. So the Core Four go to a movie. You know, the two quote unquote couples, which we find out now that Marissa and Ryan are back together.
Yep. They make out in the beginning. Kate's favorite scene. Well,
When I was a teen, I enjoyed it. I was like, oh, I should want to kiss me like that on the beach.
I haven't done this in a while.
Anywho, as they're leaving the movie, they spot. Marissa specifically spots Luke and Julie speaking, and she immediately throws in a rage. I'm like, why are you guys talking in a public
She's like,
place?
I'm not okay.
Leave the child alone.
Yeah. And
Well, Luke is also trying to like explain to everyone that he's in love with Julie. I'm like, please
and
stop.
that he's leaving to go to Portland.
Yeah, with
Well,
his
because
dad.
his dad is getting divorced and he's going to leave it. Because Ryan is like
Love that for him.
furious about this and is going to go beat up Luke because, you know, I mean, really nice wrap up to a season though. Like, you know, starting with Luke and Ryan, ending with Luke and Ryan.
Yeah. But also, I was really like, again, and I know they're teenagers, but like, no empathy for Luke from anybody. Like, Ryan's like, you've got no friends. Like, you're, you know, just like always yelling at him. And it's like, can you have just a smidge of empathy for this kid who's been through like some real shit this year, who's being abused? There's no like nuance here. Like,
No,
like
not for the
sympathy
teen
him.
lens. They're like, nope, you're a piece of shit.
Exactly. And it's like, okay, like if this was a girl, would be different. Like something that's very key about the 2000s in media that's like very hard to watch in retrospect is like the belief that like men could not be abused. Like anytime a man in a 2000s movie is like being taken advantage of or whatever, everyone is either like mad at him or like, what? Like a hot girl was coming on to you. Like you're complaining. It's like,
Right.
that is simply abuse and
Yep.
assault. But like there's none
Not
of
in
that.
the 2000s.
No, not in
Nope.
the early 2000s. And like it is just really tiring to like watch that keep like playing out.
Yeah. And so as this is happening, you know, the synopsis mentioned the liquor license. So the liquor license was pulled because the guy in the liquor board
Hates Jimmy because he stole
hates
his
Jimmy because
money.
he stole all his money and basically says, like, unless you drop Jimmy Cooper, like, you're not getting a liquor license.
Who among us would not do such a thing?
Rightfully so.
Like,
Honestly,
I don't
like-
think it's completely unfair. And
No.
it's also one of those things that it's like,
You didn't see that coming?
right, come on.
Any
Well,
step of the way?
because of this, you know, Sandy's at sort of an impasse, and Caleb decides to step in and basically offer to purchase the lighthouse.
Buy him out, right?
Yeah, buy him out,
Yeah.
basically.
Because Caleb's better than Jimmy. I mean, I guess. He didn't steal money.
Well, I mean, Not that we know of, technically.
That's true.
You know what? Not overtly and directly from his close circle of friends whose money he was supposed to be managing.
He has drunk Uncle McSean or Sean do the
Uncle
shady
Mc-
stuff.
Drunky McSean. Like, whatever the fuck they called him.
Well,
I think he was paying him more than he should have.
Yeah.
we then find out that Caleb obviously is not doing this out of the kindness of his heart.
No.
And he is, I think there's other reasons, but one of the reasons he admits to at this point of the episode is he calls Marissa into his like office, which is super weird.
Yeah.
And they have a conversation. He basically tells her like, I'm going to propose to your mother. And Marissa's like, you don't know her. And
You don't know her.
right. She's the worst. And Caleb kind of blackmails Marissa and is like, look, your dad is going to be in financial ruin. He won't have any place to live. And so unless you come and live with me and your mom, I'm not going to buy the lighthouse.
Ooh. I don't remember that.
Yeah.
Boring episode, wasn't paying attention.
So Marissa never really gets a chance to tell him about Luke and Julie. But yeah, Father Caleb, he really does have a thing for Juju.
Yeah. I mean, it's the control freak of it all, right? He wants like Marissa under his roof and like he's used to people doing what he wants.
They're both manipulative. They're a great pair.
Honestly, these two have
Powerhouse.
met their match.
Yep.
Yeah.
They really
Powerhouse
have.
couple.
Powerhouse
Oh.
couple. What was it? The
Like Hitler
terrible
and
two.
Stalin. Yeah. Gruesome twosome.
Gruesome twosome. Yeah. So the lighthouse is going through with the opening. That's where Caleb is planning on proposing to Julie.
Which honestly is so savage, proposing to this man's ex at his restaurant opening and being like, it's a special moment. I want to do it here. Like that, I do have to say, like, king of petty is
Yeah.
Father Caleb.
Yeah, it's actually
real.
a pretty fun.
But it's not fun because of like the way they do it in the episode. I also made a note. Marissa has this stupid martini outfit on. It's like a pink halter and skirt, and the pattern is like, it's just very what was that MLM legging company?
Oh,
LuLaRoe.
LuLaRoe,
And I
yeah.
know it's not. I know it was probably like at some expensive ass boutique in, you know, LA at the time, like all those trendy ones, you know, like I know it really came from there, but it was so ugly. I just couldn't stop looking at it.
I loved a halter dress in the 2000s, early 2000s.
Not I.
Halters were tough.
I never looked good in a halter.
Few and far between for me.
It's smushy.
Yeah,
They're
smushing
smushy.
and wide. Yeah, not great.
They're not the best. So
Anyway.
anyway, at the party where everyone's wearing halter tops and smushing their boobs, or some of them that don't have any, there's a lot going on at this party. So at this point, Kirsten is just in an emotional breakdown for two reasons. One, she's like, fuck.
She been drinking.
Yeah, Julie's going to be my
Understandably.
stepmother. And then second, she kind of clocks that there's something brewing, or there has been something brewing with Haley and Jimmy. So she's just like, what the fuck
Of course
is
she
going on?
cares.
She's like, oh, why isn't Jimmy giving me more attention?
Yeah.
But then Marissa's also upset that Ryan isn't furious at Luke, who shows up drunk. Like,
Yes, shows up drunk to the party.
she's like, let him go. It's like he's wasted and just
And he
drove away.
continues to drink at the party. And then when Caleb and Julie get engaged, Luke drives off drunk.
And she's like, you should take sides, Ryan. Let him die.
Right.
Like,
Yeah, it's nuts. It's again like Marissa.
so selfish.
Girl.
Everything's about Marissa.
Everything's about Marissa. So they, Juju says yes to Father Caleb. And everybody's unhappy about it.
That's what Caleb calls Sandy, too. So that's
Yeah.
a confusing element.
Yep. Oh.
Nobody's happy at this party.
Nobody's happy at this party. Luke obviously drives off drunk and does get in a pretty significant car accident.
He's all messed up, covered in blood, carried out on a stretcher. His airbags did not go off.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah, you can like see the truck. Unless I was looking at the wrong truck, but I don't think I was.
Well, was it a vehicle on vehicle collision situation?
I don't know what went down, but his airbags did not go off. If I am to believe that I was looking at the right truck. I was taking notes at the time, so it was kind of like quick, but I'm fairly certain that his airbags didn't go off, but he was just like unconscious, covered in blood, which like could be real, but like that car was like brand new because his dad's a car dealer. Like that car
Yeah.
would have had airbags.
That's true.
Anyway.
What the hell, editors?
What the hell, Josh
The
Schwartz?
things I do to force myself to pay attention at this point in the show.
Yeah, so towards the end of the episode, and I do have to apologize, Caleb blackmailing Marissa into living with them does happen after the engagement.
Doesn't even matter.
But it does not matter. And also, Jimmy, the entire episode, is completely oblivious to not having a liquor license.
Literally does not know that the restaurant he's opening that night is not able to serve liquor.
Right, yeah.
He's like, Sandy, did you ever get that fixed? And Sandy's like, I'm working on it, man. And he's
Yeah.
like, okay.
Fucking Jimmy Cooper.
This loser.
Jimmy.
Jimmy.
What did you say earlier?
Oh, yeah.
Jimmy Coopy.
Jimmy Coopy.
Koopy. It's giving like Jiminy Cricket. I don't know.
Jimmy Coopy.
Jimmy Coopy.
That's like when you're making him like a Brooklyn mob.
Oh, yeah,
guy.
Jimmy Coopy, yeah.
Jimmy Cooper. He's a French mobster cricket.
I can see, Jimmy's like that kind of like rich kid that goes through like insufferable phases of identity. You know what I'm talking about? Like, he pretended to be French in college when he studied abroad.
Oh, my God, absolutely.
Like
Like
you may call
Oliver.
me, Je m'appelle Jimmy Cooper. But Oliver couldn't even speak French.
That's true.
Oui, oui, Kirsten.
Just cool French.
Oui, oui, neighbor.
I love
Mi
very
amor.
much. Oui, oui. Mucho. No.
So,
Mas.
Mon
No.
ami.
Merci.
Si. Oui,
So the
oui.
episode ends with Luke in the hospital, and him and Marissa kind of make amends. They kind of have a like,
It was kind of nice. He was like, "Can you please forgive me?" And she's been there before, literally.
yeah,
So they forgive each other. Everything's fine. He rides off into the sunset.
with his gay dad.
Yeah, I honestly love that for him.
Same.
He's gonna be in such a better place in Portland,
Really.
figuratively and literally for him.
I mean, Luke is a difficult character, but you know what? He's a complex character.
He contains multitudes. Remember, he was like playing guitar a few episodes ago, just at school. What?
Oh yeah, that's right.
What?
Luke has been through a lot of phases this season.
Speaking of a rich kid going through phases,
Yeah.
you know what? Justifiably so. He's been through it.
Yeah, so the episode ends with, again, everyone's unhappy or in the hospital. No one's in a good place except for Juju.
No, because
Kinda.
Marissa's room is painted.
Oh, yeah. Seth and Summer finally finished her room.
Oh my gosh, that was a whole thing too.
But it is sweet
It
that,
is.
like, friendship, yeah. And so that's kind of how the episode wraps up, is that the core four are just helping each
God.
other through life. Yeah, not great episodes.
I'm so excited for the finale to be so close because these last couple have been tough.
Yeah, I'm excited. I mean, this will be my first OC finale. The music is going to be off the charts, I
I
imagine.
don't remember the finale at all.
No, but I remember like part of the plot. I don't remember like the last episode, but I do remember part of the plot.
Okay, I don't. Interesting. It'll be new for me.
What?
Stupid. That's why I don't remember. It's stupid.
Somebody goes swimming?
Stupid.
I'm not saying stupid.
Stupid. We mean.
Does Jimmy Cooper drown? That's all I want to know.
If only.
If only the dream.
That's what they should have done.
All right, that is it for our OC recap. Not great episodes.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Moving on.
But moving on. So what we're probably going to do is we'll do the next, because it does end on an odd episode. Maybe we'll do a full...
Let's just be done with it. Let's do like.
I was going to say maybe next week is just OC.
Ew. No.
Oh man.
Moving. Feral Trash Night?
Ooh,
Yes,
yeah. What are
please,
we
I
doing,
need it.
folks?
I don't. Get me away from these episodes.
1,000 Pound Sisters?
Do we have more episodes?
Yeah, we haven't caught up. We haven't seen Tammy's skin
Oh,
surgery.
that's true. Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
last we watched was Amy was,
The camel.
Camel, and then last week we watched the episode where she goes to court and Tammy has to take her shopping for court clothes.
She gets engaged
She gets
at
engaged
the haunted house.
at a haunted
In
house.
the middle of the day in a strip mall haunted house.
Her sisters were floored,
Oh, I've never seen Misty
speechless.
speechless.
speechless, and also simultaneously like annoyed. She usually really has it together. She's pretty stoic.
I
Yep.
mean, they reacted
Appropriately.
yes, appropriately for one, but I mean, they were so floored.
Yeah.
They couldn't even pretend. They were so shocked they could
They
not
didn't even
pretend.
wear a mask. They were like,
No.
they were visibly like, ew.
Well, and that's what's so annoying about Amy, because she's like, my sisters aren't happy for me. It's like, you can't think for 1 second why they might, who have been there for you your whole life and done so much for you. You can't think for 1 second about like why they might not think this is the best idea in the whole universe.
Well, not even just that. Like, she's just coming off of a child endangerment charge with this man.
They're still in the middle of
literally.
it.
They're still in the middle of it. Yeah. And that's, I think,
They've
a lot
also
of...
been dating for like 6 weeks.
Yeah.
Sorry, didn't mean to cut you
No,
off.
no, no. I was just going to say the whole family, I think, takes a lot of issue with the fact that, like, she's also moving in with this man.
She doesn't know this man.
She doesn't know this man. She also got... So we found out more about the legal trouble in this episode, and she got caught with marijuana, which she had recreationally in Kentucky, but this zoo was in a different state, so that didn't count. But what was really odd about it is that she's like, oh, I have a medical marijuana card, right? But then she goes to this chiropractor who does these like
Sorry.
I forgot about that.
they put like literally like chip clips on her wrists.
I am glad we saw this because this is what I've been saying about chiropractors for years. And then to watch it on TV, I was like, vindication.
They put these chip clips on her wrists, and you're like, okay, fine. Reading like, you know, blood pressure, maybe.
You'd be wrong.
You'd be wrong.
Yep.
They come back to her with like brain activity,
Yeah.
with never scanning her brain.
From her wrists.
Now, mind you, the number they came out with,
And not stress. It wasn't like, oh, we're monitoring your brain, like we're monitoring your stress, your heart rate. No.
brain activity.
Brain activity. That's all they say.
Right. And they come out and tell Amy, which, to be fair, if you were to tell me they actually scanned her brain and told me this number.
That's what I told y'all, and I
Yeah.
didn't realize it wasn't a real test. I wasn't paying that much attention.
Right. And come to find out, she's the chip clips show that she was using only 14% of her brain.
Which I believe.
Yeah, absolutely. That's not the jarring part of the story.
That number feels so low.
But also it feels correct.
14%, that's like, I don't even know what would require that little activity, like opening your eyes, maybe?
Who knows?
I don't know.
She gets like readjusted by this chiropractor and she's like, wow, I feel great. I'm pain free. And I'm like, wait, let me get this straight. You have a medical marijuana card for pain,
Dude,
but you were able to get like basically just an adjustment.
She just needed her back cracked.
Yeah, she got her back cracked.
dude, everybody had bullshit medical marijuana cards before it was legal in Michigan. You know so many people. I know so many people. Like,
I know that.
I mean, look, we can shun her for a number of reasons, but that is
Girl,
not one
I'm
of
not
them.
shaming her for that. I'm shaming her for talking about that in TV.
Fair.
Like, if you're
Very
like, you're
fair.
basically just going on TV and being like, yeah, I really
It was all pretend.
Yeah, it's all pretend.
Which we all knew, but like, don't say the quiet part out loud.
Well, in Michigan, at least you could be, you know, I don't know, maybe, I don't know what the rules are in Kentucky, but
No, dude, there were no like real rules. I was talking to a guy who was
it's
like,
not you know, so what she's doing is fraud because it's not recreational either.
right, but everyone we knew who had one was also committing fraud because like people would just be like, I have cramps, and they'd be like, here
but
you
then
go.
don't go on TV and
Totally,
talk about.
No, I totally agree with you. But like, I knew a guy who was 26 who was like, oh yeah, I said I like sprained my ankle in high school, and they gave it to me. Like, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? It was like such BS. Everybody could get one. Everybody was pretending.
As someone with scoliosis, it just annoys me.
This episode is a
ain't right.
wild
It ain't right. Like, if I ain't got one, you shouldn't have one.
Okay,
Just
there's only one officer biatch here. We don't need two people monitoring marijuana use on this pod. Where's the fun in that, ladies?
let people have their way.
We all voted. The people spoke.
Again, no problem with Amy using marijuana.
Parenting pills.
Parenting pills, sorry. Amy, you use those but she's not parenting those kids.
No, she's not parenting. She's not
No.
using them for parenting.
They had mushrooms in the car. They found
Yeah.
out, right? Which was alarming.
With those like feral toddlers, they would find them.
You know what? Those are small children.
Yeah.
And
They could find it.
they could easily find it.
Find and eat it.
It's food. They would, of course, eat it.
And that is like the age of kids who get into things and eat things they shouldn't. Like literally.
Yeah. You know, Amy, it's really, really bad when Tammy starts to be the like more sane sister on this show.
Yeah, I need her to shut all the way up.
Oh,
With her
she-
ass, her judgment ass. Ugh.
She is so self-righteous. She loves this.
She loves not being the problem.
But she still is somehow the problem.
But she also, at the same time, hates not being the center of attention. So it's annoying her that Amy is.
Oh, literally. It's the worst combination of traits. And
Right.
when she's like,
She's the worst.
wait, what was she? Oh, when she was like, my family is going to judge me for being with this woman. Like, I just know how they are. And they're all like, you've like been out for years. Like, we don't care. We were upset when you were dating a man who was like a feeder, which you did multiple times.
Right.
Yeah, no one gives a fuck that you're dating a woman. Not even your conservative ass elderly mother. She's like,
No.
I don't care.
Not one of them cared, or at least said they cared on
No.
TV.
Ridiculous. Like, this is not a story.
also, Tammy, there are way worse things about you than being pansexual.
All of the other things.
Yeah,
Literally.
your behavior.
Personality,
Yeah.
behavior, general choices.
treatment towards your family
100%.
forever.
General selfishness.
Yeah.
So, long story short, we are absolutely going to be watching another episode of 1,000 Pound Sisters.
This is a show we're excited about.
That is, yeah. And then we will dive into some food. What's the plan, ladies?
I already had dinner, so I don't know. Did everyone else eat? You got McDonald's?
I got McDonald's.
I had a veggie stir fry and a couple bites of ice cream.
Wow.
Might have a snack.
Living your best life.
We have Oreos.
Ooh, I don't know if I'm in a sweet mood. Popcorn?
I want like ice cream.
Guys, I got a Ninja Creamy.
You did. I want one so bad.
Jeff's gonna be jealous.
We bought it for my father-in-law for Christmas, and he has a Cuisinart, and we knew that he had it, but we were like, oh, like try this. And
Also, that was this man's like profession. He knows which one he wants.
yeah, like, he
Yeah.
knows, yeah, he knows a lot about ice cream machines.
That's what I'm saying. Like if he picked one out, he doesn't need someone else.
I
to
don't
give
think
him
that
one.
we really like put it together. We were just
Yeah.
like, oh, this is new. Like, we think you really like this.
Ugh.
And he just wasn't using it because he had his like tried and true methods. So he was like, you guys can just take it. You know?
I want one so
and it has been
bad.
really fun.
Oh,
Hell
so
yeah. Bring us some cream.
Bring it up north.
Yeah.
If you come.
Ooh, yes.
yeah.
Now, I will say it is a little like you have to do stuff 24 hours in advance, but I can do that.
Or we can do it
Do
when
it.
we're there and eat it the next day.
It's really fun. I made a maple gelato.
Stop. You don't even know how bad I want one. Like I have to, and like all the healthy recipes too, because like I make all that like in my blender, but like the Ninja Creamy gets the texture like perfect.
Ooh.
Let's wrap
Ew.
up. Yeah.
Adios.
Ew.
Au revoir.
Well, that's our show. You can find us at Something Feral FTN on Instagram, Something Feral Pod at Gmail, and on TikTok. Find us anywhere you can find podcasts, and watch us wherever you can watch podcasts. I don't give a damn. Off to get feral. See you next week.
Hi.